ASMR football world here. How are we all doing? So today, as you can see, we have quite a few Match Attax cards from the Premier League football collection. That's the 2017-18 edition. So I'm just gonna. These are all doubles. They're not my actual collection that is in a binder at the minute. So I thought I'd just go through some of these. We'll give a bit of information about each player and just take a look at the cards. It's crazy how many doubles you actually get from. I haven't bought a lot of cards. These are all the doubles. I need about 80 players, I think. Maybe a bit less than that now. First of all, Marko Arnautovic, ex-Stoke player, playing at West Ham now. Started the season poorly under Bilic, which was a bit of a surprise since he brought him in, but really come good under David Moyes. Really impressed with him. Willian at Chelsea, injured the other day against Arsenal in the Cup semi-final, second leg. One of my favourite players for Chelsea, him and Hazard, easily the best. I would love to have him at United. Chico Coyote, West Ham player. I don't know much about Coyote, apart from he scores a few goals here and there. Scored a wonder goal against Spurs about a month ago. Paul Dummett at Newcastle. Welsh, I thought he was Irish. Welsh defender. I'm sure this is from Blackburn, but I could be wrong. Again, all I know is he's a central defender. I don't know much about Paul Dummett, I'm afraid. Kevin De Bruyne, probably the best footballer in the Premier League at the minute. I thought City had spent a lot of money on him when they signed him from Wolfsburg. But when you look at it in the transfer market now, when you consider that Coutinho cost 140 million, yet De Bruyne I think cost about 40 something million. He's looking like a bargain, and I don't think he's the type of player who'll push for a move to Real or Barcelona anytime soon. Jermaine Defoe, at one point one of the best strikers in England during his Tottenham days. Very good player. Had a good season for Sunderland. That's what got him the move to Bournemouth. Not really done it at Bournemouth this season. Nathaniel Klein, been injured most of the season, which for him is a shame. We're going to miss out on the World Cup this year. John Stones, I thought it was a lot of money to pay for him when he went to City, but he's proving to be quite a decent defender, which was a bit of a shock to me that he'd be able to handle himself so well. I'm hoping this is picking up what I'm saying. Pocket if it ain't. Alberto Moreno, just come back from injury at the minute for Liverpool. Due back in the team in the next week, I think. So I've got to mix these up a bit because a lot of these are in team order. Nacho Monreal, started like John Terry the last couple of games. Got 2 goals against Palace on the weekend. Scored a deflected goal against against Chelsea a couple of days ago. Rajiv Van La Parra at Huddersfield, ex-Wolverhampton Wanderers player. It's a fairly decent player. Glenn Johnson, ex-England right back, West Ham, Portsmouth, Chelsea, now at Stoke. Does okay. I think he's about to be injured at the minute. 2 Theo Walcott cards. Should be in the blue of Everton now. I think it'd be a bargain signing for 20 million for Everton. I've had a few good years of him down at Goodison Park. Jordan Henderson, a player that Ferguson said he would never sign for United because he can't run. I think Liverpool fans now are a bit fed up with him, and when they're seeing that Emre Can could leave, you got Wijnaldum there, you got Naby Keita coming in. I don't think you need Henderson. I think he's like old school, sort of Roy Hodgson signing. No, he's not glitch, was it? Ilkay Gundogan, when he first went to City, the season before he signed for City, there were stories that United had agreed a deal with him, and I was really excited. But he didn't join us. He went to City. Unlucky injuries since then. Daley Blind, quite underrated. United defender, can play left back, centre mid. I rate him quite highly. Mkhitaryan, wearing the wrong strip at the minute. It's gone to Arsenal. I think Arsenal got themselves a decent player there. Wasn't really given a chance at United. And if Arsenal or Wenger rather can get his confidence up, he'll be a top player. Jamal Lascelles. Signed from Forest a few years ago by Newcastle. Helped them get promotion last season. And he scores a few goals here and there. Southampton badge. Southampton play Watford this weekend in the FA Cup. Looking for revenge after that 2-2 draw where they was leading 2-0 at Vicarage Road a couple of weeks ago. And Decore handled the ball into the back of the net and the goal counted. Ryan Bertrand. I didn't agree with what Pep Guardiola did when Southampton played against City, when he had a go at Bertrand after the game. His reasons were that last season he'd been a very attacking player. This season, in this game, he defended a lot, which sounds stupid to me, but to be fair, he did score a lot of goals last season, not somewhere near this season. Laurent Dupotro, Huddersfield. Striker, scored a couple of goals this season. Couldn't take much more than that, I'm afraid. Chigarito Javier Hernandez. He has now scored 42 Premier League goals for both Manchester United and West Ham. Not a single one of those goals has been outside of the box. Jeffrey Schlupp, ex-Leicester player, moved to Palace last season while Allardyce was there. Never really done much. James McArthur, also at Palace. Reliable, I guess. He's not going to pull up any trees. He's not going to get moved to a bigger club, but does what he needs to do. One of my favourite players of Leicester team, so to speak, Stephen Defoe. He's Burnley's answer to Iniesta, in my opinion. Very good player. Scores really good goals. Scored a great free kick against Man United earlier on in the season, and if it had been Hazard scoring a goal, or Pogba even, against another team, then he'd have been talked about a lot more. Jonathan Hogg, English player. He is a midfielder. Again, I don't know a great deal about Huddersfield's players. I will endeavour to find out though. Jordan Ibe scored the other day against Arsenal for Bournemouth in the 2-1 victory. His first goal for Bournemouth. An important one. 50 million signing from Liverpool. Maybe finally starting to show a bit of class. Mertesacker won a World Cup. Don't know how. Still at Arsenal. Still doing the business once every so often. Plays like 1 or 2 games a season. Played the cup final, I think it was, went it last season or whatever, or the semi-final. Had a good game. I think it was against Chelsea. Could be wrong. And yeah, he looked decent in that game. Michy Batshuayi, Chelsea and Belgium centre forward, signed from Marseille, I think. He's never really been trusted by Conte. To the extent where the other day, when Hazard was up front for Chelsea, because Morata had a back injury, they needed to bring someone on for Willian, who was injured. Rather than going with Batshuayi when they needed a goal, they went for Ross Barkley. Another Chelsea forward, Pedro. I was convinced he was going to sign for United at one point, but he opted for Chelsea. Probably for the best, because he's not a regular. You know, I thought he might come in and score a lot of goals, but he hasn't done. Glenn Johnson, we've already had him. Matt Ritchie, Newcastle, winger, and Scotland. Signed from Bournemouth. When Bournemouth were in the Premier League for a season, and then Newcastle went down that season. Bournemouth were up. Bournemouth Fulham stayed up, Newcastle went down. Newcastle signed Matt Ritchie. He gave the Premier League for Championship for a season. Dele Alli, potentially one of the most overrated players in the Premier League, and that's coming from somebody who really likes him. I think he's a great player, but this season, if you ask me, he's just spat his toys out the pram, or thrown out the pram rather. Spat his dummy out, that's more like it, isn't it? And he's not doing what he should be doing for Tottenham on a regular basis. Will Hughes, Watford, signed from Derby County, I think it was, or was it? Yeah, I'm sure he signed from Derby. I get mixed up between him and a lad who was at Watford. Not Watford, sorry, Crystal Palace. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Will Hughes was at Derby. Good player, England international, well not international, sorry, under 21 player. And he was in great form for Watford earlier in this season, scored a few goals and was unlucky to pick up an injury. Miguel Britos, Watford defender. Doing alright for them. Watford are in bad form at the minute, they just got rid of their manager. But until recently had been, well, the last couple of months before they had done well. Gregors, Krojak. I know I've just butchered his name. I do know it when I hear it, I can pronounce it, but Krojak, whatever anyway. I'm not Polish and I'm not 100% certain how to pronounce it. I know I'm going to regret saying that, so I will find out how to say his name. But anyway, signed from PSG for West Brom. I think he's only on loan this season. And he was took from Sevilla to PSG. And a lot was expected, but he's never been given his chance. And that's beat me off, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. James McCarthy, we've already had him. Now, when Van Dijk was linked with leaving Southampton at the end of the season, didn't like that much of a loss really, because they had Maya Yoshida, who is that reliable really. And then obviously he's gone on, Van Dijk hasn't. Yoshida's just stepped in. You know, he's always happy to have sort of been second choice and he's always stuck around, and now he's first choice and deserves to be. James Ward-Prowse, very good player. Unlucky not to get more game time under Pellegrino. I think he's really good. Scored a couple of goals the other day. Stoke City badge. Can Paul Lambert really turn their season around? Only time will tell. I think Stoke deserves to go down just because how tight they are with their money, considering how many years they've been in the Premier League. Danilo. I'm sure he's on good money to be second choice right back. So he could play left back, but Delph was picked there ahead of him after Mendy got injured. He came from Real Madrid. I thought to be a first choice, but when they saw they were signing Walker, you surely knew he wouldn't be first choice. Charlie Taylor from Burnley, signed from Leeds United. He's a left back. He does alright. Nothing spectacular, but he's only young. Still plenty of time for him to, develop as a player. Just like Tarkowski's took his season before becoming the player he is now. Sandro Ramirez. When Everton signed him, I said to my mate that I think he'll be the bargain of the season. I couldn't see how he wouldn't be. Signed him for Everton for 5 million, whatever it was, from Sevilla. Or Malaga, sorry. But he's just not gone on to do the business. As I say, it's a shame for him because he doesn't seem to give him a chance under Koeman or now under Village. That was a Village, Sam Allardyce. Bournemouth badge, shiny. Bournemouth annoyed me a little bit. 3 years, I think he's now in the Premier League, or 4 years. And you'd think Eddie Howe, the manager, he knows if they play well over 38 games, they won't get relegated. They shouldn't do anyway. They're not going to get to the top 10, I wouldn't have thought. Or at least not into European places. So what else have you got to play for? You got 2 cups, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. You got beaten in a replay against Wigan 3-0 in the FA Cup. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't be being beaten by Wigan if you're a Premier League team in a replay. We have Michael Keane, Everton central defender, signed from Burnley for a lot of money. Maybe not just yet. Not as they would have liked anyway. Yeah, it's between him, Ashley Williams, and what's his name? Oh, Phil Jagielka, who they pick week in, week out. It made me feel as bit lucky not to be doing better. Federico Fernandez of Swansea, defender. Been there a few years now, I think. Again, Swansea struggling this season since Carval went in, doing a bit better. Beat Liverpool the other day 1-0. That's a good result for them. Andy King, Welsh international, played at the Euros for Wales. Leicester, midfielder. Another one who they bring off the bench every once in a while. He gets a goal here and there. Nothing spectacular, but also doesn't let the team down either. If you see me mixing these up, it's because a lot of them are in order of teams, which is a bit annoying. Big Sam Vokes, another Welsh international, and very reliable for Burnley. A big awkward bugger to play against. Let's take one from here. I should have shuffled these up a little bit better before I did this. Christian Fuchs, Leicester City, left back, won the Premier League with them. Maybe he'll be looking at moving him and like Wes Morgan and Robert Huffon soon to get some younger blood in there. Go through some shinies now. Miguel Antonio, wing back. I think his season he's been a bit injured, which is a shame for him because he was doing really well last season, including getting some goals. I think he could have maybe gone on to Chelsea and took over the position that Moses plays. I think he's a better player than Moses. Sadio Mane, he was the main man at Liverpool along with Coutinho last season. Now they brought Salah and he's took a bit of a back seat. Still doing well though, a couple of great goals this season. Raheem Sterling, I was really shocked that he's done so well under Pep. And a bit of a pain in the arse because I'm a United fan, but you can't really argue how well he's playing. But I bet he didn't do anything under the World Cup. Bernardo Silva, another one who came in from Monaco, and he's took some time to settle. Don't really start every other game or whatever. And I think maybe the way he's going to be replaced for David Silva eventually. Ben Foster, another one of England's average goalkeepers. We have a fair few of them. Now, 5 Hurricanes star players. You'd think for the best striker in the Premier League for the last few seasons, it'd be a bit tougher to get, but I seem to get him in every other packet. One Huddersfield here. Christopher Schindler. Don't know much about him. German defender. So I don't know a great deal about Huddersfield. Winston Reid of West Ham in New Zealand. Linked with Arsenal a few years ago. West Ham managed to keep hold of him and you'll probably see how his days there. Talk about Arsenal. Hector Bellerin. Spanish right back with more of a Cockney accent than Danny Dyer. If you ever hear Hector Bellerin talk, he sounds full on Cockney. It's quite funny with a Spanish twang. Finding his feet again this season, last few games, but he had been poor for about a season and a half, and that's probably cost him his chance to move to Barcelona anytime soon. Roberto Pereira, on loan from Juve at Watford, scored a couple of cracking goals this season so far. Crystal Palace badge. Hodgson proved a lot of people wrong, including myself. I thought when he went in there he might take him down, but he's doing a good job. Tyrone Mings, injured a lot. He looks like a good player, but too many injury problems. double challenging on Ibrahimovic last season, I think it was. Yeah, when United played Bournemouth. So I'm a bit peed off about that still. Marcos Alonso, shocked when Chelsea signed him, but I think I'm sure he made my team of the year in an early video I did a couple of weeks ago, just for his goals and assists, and he's just a very good left back, not wing back. The son of one of the greatest goalkeepers to ever play in the Premier League, Kasper Schmeichel, and to be fair, he's one of the better keepers in the Premier League. I would say top 3, but definitely top 5 or 6. Benjamin Mendy, unlucky with injuries, he's a giant of a left back, and he'll be hoping to get back fit in time for the World Cup with France, because he's France's first choice left back. Michael Keane, we've already had him. Thibaut Courtois, Belgian goalkeeper and Chelsea keeper. A lot of talking moving to Real Madrid. I don't think Real will get David De Gea. I don't think Mourinho will let that happen. And Courtois, he has a lot of family over in Madrid still, due to his son or daughter. I think it's his son lives over there with his ex-partner, so maybe that'll see him moving on. Be interesting to see what happens this summer. Now, time for a Man United legend who's due to retire at the end of the season. I have 3 of him. Michael Carrick, he's hanging up his boots at the end of the season. I can't blame him, it's a shame. This season's ended the way it has for himself. Well, not ended, but the way he's been going with injuries. He's been quite unlucky with injury problems this season. Mourinho was desperate to keep him on for at least this season because of how important he was for us last year. Thankfully we have Pogba, and he's coming good this season. Eric Bailly, signed from Villarreal a couple of years ago, and under Mourinho, one of his first signings he was. Injury, a few problems with injuries, but still a very good defender, and hopefully it comes good. Johnny Evans, linked with City and Arsenal for about 30 million quid. But if West Brom go down this season, he'll be available for 3 million quid. I can see them going down and then moving on to West Ham or somewhere like that. Philippe Coutinho made his debut for Barcelona yesterday. Came on for Iniesta. I think he's probably going to take Iniesta's place in the team eventually. There was talk of Iniesta retiring at the end of the season, but then I heard reports he might stay on for 1 more year, just to help Coutinho adapt to his new role and new way of playing in the team. Kevin Morales. Back in his best days for Everton, could easily play for a top team in the league. Has moved on to Olympiacos now, an old team he played for. Sandro Ramirez, we already had him. Willian, we've already had him as well. David Silva, the bald eagle. Looks more Roy Keane than David Silva these days with that bald head. One of the best midfielders in the league that we've ever seen. Goes unnoticed a little bit because he doesn't score as many goals maybe as other players. So does very well though. Jeffrey Schlupp, we've already had him. Aaron Cresswell at West Ham. Left back recently linked with Everton to replace Leighton Baines, who's now, I think he's 34 years old, but he's still regular for West Ham. I don't see why they'd sell him, not to a rival anyway, especially an English player, which is hard to come by in England, international, playing for West Ham. Doesn't happen often. Gulichi in Nacho. Beginning of the season, there was him and Sandro Ramirez. I thought would be the bargains of the season for their teams. It's not really worked out from Leicester so far, but there's still plenty of time. A couple of goals over there against Fleetwood in the cup. Pascal Gross. Not many people might know this watching the video today. he signed for Brighton from German League. I can't remember which team it was now. He had the most assists in the German League last season, more than Thomas Muller, Thiago Alcantara, Marco Reus, Mario Götze, Ribery, Robben. This Pascal Gross had more assists than all of those, but not put together all those players. So he can't be too bad, can he? And he's done well this season for Brighton. Scott Malone, Huddersfield defender. He is English. I don't know much about him, so his defence is 66 and attack 62. I don't know much about him, as I say. I'll just give it okay, we're not going to give all of these today, but we can do some more still. Sofiane Bouval at Southampton. On his day, very good player, seems to score a couple of cracking goals. Just a shame Southampton fans, his day isn't often enough. Timu Bakayoko, at the minute, is looking a bit average for Chelsea, and they spent a lot of money on him. United were after the Bakayoko, and we instead re-signed Matic. Chelsea lost Matic and got Bakayoko, so I think it's safe to say we got the better deal. I mean, he was letting a player go with Premier League experience like Matic for a player who'd never played over here in Bakayoko. And he could come good, but at the minute he isn't. Gylfi Sigurdsson. Hey, that's an assist king card. Not so much assist king this season. Maybe assist pretender is a better term for Sigurdsson. He's coming good at the minute, but he's only got 3 goals. And it cost a lot of money. Matt Ritchie, already been over him. Phil Jones, Manchester United. One of Mourinho's preferred centre-backs. I think he's all John Terry and Phil Jones. And Alex Ferguson actually said when he signed Phil Jones from Blackburn that he was the best player he's ever signed. And I mean, for Fergie to say that, when you consider he had Cantona, Ronaldo, he signed Giggs, he signed so many great players. He said Phil Jones is the best player he's ever signed. Potentially, I think that was Tottenham Hotspur. Poor season so far this season. I know they're doing well in Europe. They're playing Juve in the next round of the Champions League. I know they're doing well. They're up there in the league, but by their standards, I think they've missed Toby Alderweireld too much. But so would most clubs. Charlie Adam. Stoke's version of Roy Keane, but not as skilled or gifted. Scotland international, average player in my opinion. Had one really good season for Blackpool when they got promoted, and all of a sudden Liverpool United being linked with him, and he's just looked average ever since. Aaron Cresswell would have been through him. Alexandre Lacazette. I hate to say, but he's not doing the business at the minute, is he, for Arsenal? For how much money they spent on him. Maybe if they get Aubameyang, then the Lacazette comes good. Same card again. Josh King, ex-United and Blackburn, I think also Preston North End, playing for Bournemouth. Got quite a few goals last season, Josh King did. And I think he was also a top scorer for Norway in the World Cup qualifiers. So Norway missed out on the World Cup. They will be there in Russia. Shane Duffy at Brighton, ex-Newcastle defender, also Irish international. Eden Hazard, when he wants to play, one of the best players in the league, probably move on to Real at the end of the season. I'll be doing a video about Real and Barcelona next week, and why I think the gap is so big over there now, and part of that reason is Hazard, and we'll go into that in a video next week. When he wants to play, fantastic. When you don't want to play, you won't see it for dust. Cesar Azpilicueta, one of the best defenders in the league, play right back, left back, centre back. He's a great player for Chelsea. They're very lucky to have him because another one who would have easily fit in Barcelona. Wilfred Zaha. Well, I'm a United fan, so you can imagine what I think of him after his time with us. Very overrated. He couldn't cut the mustard with United, so he goes back to Palace with his tail between his legs. And he's able just to, you can't do no wrong down there. Jan Vertonghen. He's missed out very old, I think, this season, but still one of the best centre-backs in the league. And if it weren't for him, I think Tom would be further down the league this season. Bernardo Silva, already covered him. Michy Batshuayi, already covered him. Charlie Adam, another Charlie Adam. This is the thing with Match Attax. They've had double is annoying. Charlie Taylor, been over him. Manchester United badge. Still, it don't matter how much money City have. Manchester United will always be the biggest team in England. Bar none. Go to any part of the world, from the Arctic to Brazil. Everyone knows Manchester United and can name some of their famous players. Under Herrera, Spanish international. I can understand why he pees off a lot of opposition fans, but as a United fan, I'm happy he's up with us rather than someone else. Hector Bellerin, already had him. Sandro, yeah. We're going for the Spanish players, but that's 3 in a row. We've got Benicavobe, Bournemouth striker. I think, is it Trinidad? I'm not sure what the flag is off the top of my head. I recognise it, but I couldn't tell you. Benicavobe anyway. Had a good time at Wolves. Not so great for Bournemouth. It started well, but late last season or two, just gone off the rails a bit. He has been heavily linked with a move back to Wolves and West Brom. Patrick Van Arnold. Or should we change his name to Patrick Van Allardyce? Signed by Allardyce for Sunderland from Chelsea. Signed by Allardyce from Sunderland to Palace. And there's talk of him wanting to sign him for Everton now. Definitely an Allardyce favourite. Which would worry me if I was an Everton fan. If I'm Everton, I want players without track records of fighting for relegation or to avoid relegation. Chelsea badge. Poor, very poor against Arsenal. I think Conte will be out of the job by the end of the season. I don't see how he keeps his job. Daniel Amate at Leicester. I think he was brought in to replace N'Golo Kante. Took a bit of time to get used to the league, but he's a reliable player now for Leicester. I wouldn't say he's going to get moved to United anytime soon or a top team, but definitely for Leicester and where they're at right now, they're never going to be where they was 2 seasons ago. So they sort of plod along, but push for cups, and you never know, they could win a cup again sometime soon. Mark Noble, Mr. West Ham, always banging on that he should play for England. There's a reason he doesn't. That's because he's not very good. Jordan Henderson, another England international who've been over. Let's do another 5 cards. Kieran Trippier, sharing right back role at the minute with Serge Aurier. When Walker left, a lot of talk of might struggle at Tottenham. Or Tottenham struggle, but with Trippier there, he just stepped right in. Jan Vertonghen we've already had. Squadron Mustafi, German international central defender. I think he won the Euros with Germany in 2014. Done alright for Arsenal, to be fair. Makes up for a lot of mistakes made by Koscielny. 3 more. Kushinazu, ex-Chelsea, signed by Newcastle on a permanent deal this window, I think that was. Or was it at the beginning of the season? I can't remember. I've got for him. He's one of my favourite players at the minute. And we'll just go with him, mate. Okay, so Shinji Okazaki. Leicester forward, Japanese forward. I think he'll sing a few goals at the World Cup this year. In Russia, don't see why not. And very good. definitely one who could get into a lot of teams on the bench. You know, he comes off the bench for Leicester and scores important goals. What more could you ask for? Mohamed Salah, probably my favourite player in the league at the minute. It's good, he plays for Liverpool. Mourinho didn't rate him in Chelsea. Went to Roma, did great. Come back to England with Liverpool. Looks like a bargain. Let's go through some of these shinies, just before I finish the video off. So again, Patrick Van Allardyce. As if you can see that, there you go. Idris Garner. Last season was compared to Kante at Chelsea, but a cheaper version. Aaron Moy, Australian international, signed by Huddersfield from City, proving to be a good signing. Oh, it's not shiny. James Tarkowski, signed from Brentford. You might have thought Bentley had missed Michael Keane this season, but with Tarkowski in there, he's just stepped straight in, done great. Phil Walcott, we already spoke about him. And the Burnley badge, Sean Dyche, continues to impress. Thankfully for Burnley fans, he signed a new deal recently, because I think if he was to leave, I couldn't see Burnley staying up next season. Maybe for this season, you know, they could just drop like a stone this season if he was to leave midway through. It's testament to how well he's doing that every time a job comes up, Sean Dyche is linked with it. So, if you want to see this pile today, we've gone through this one. If you want to see this one, which is just under twice as big as that one, this will be done in either 1 or 2 videos, which I'll be looking at doing probably next week or over the next 2 weeks. And also I'll be doing a video on, I'll probably go for my binder, because these are doubles, but I have a lot of cards in my binder, probably about 400 or more, so we'll see what goes through them. Anyway, so that's that. I mean, all these doubles, I don't know what I'm going to do with them eventually. Might just stick them on eBay. I've noticed that a lot of people sell them on there, like 100 cards, random cards for a few quid or whatever. Might just out with these eventually. So, thanks for watching Ollie's ASMR Football World. Hope you've enjoyed, and come back next week for more Match Attax cards. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see you all later.